Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lang's Comic Corner Classics That's Known Classics. This episode number 1887 and Doubleshot number 1781. And both of these are Superman trades. And these were collecting the last published for these two series prior to DC relaunch of 2011. First up is a storyline that, to my knowledge, is not very well liked by Superman fans. Superman Grounded. Though I should point out the second half of the storyline feels more like regular Superman. Yes, now you have JMS still doing the writing, with Chris Robinson joining the co-writing for the first half of the second half of the storyline. There is, however, one issue not put in this trade. That's 712. 712, which essentially focuses on Crypto the dog, Super Dog. Yeah, it's just him basically reacting to Superman not being around. That's simply put of what it is. It's really a pointless issue. I can see why DC decided to not put it in the trade. You could put it in the trade, just don't put it like during the extra line. I think you could put it like as a bonus issue per se. Yeah. Now, yes, the artwork in this book is done by Eddie Barros, Alan Goldman, Char Foreman. I met this guy in person, a very nice guy. Dustin Nivis and Jelma Engel. The cover is by Joe Chen. Now, this book collects issues from Superman 707 to 711 and 14. Now, also, they changed the thing we cover open to. This feels more like Superman. Yes, I'm glad they changed the book too, because basically the first it was really kind of annoying. Now, this side of yes is still going to various towns. Here, he's actually acting like Superman. Save people's lives. Yeah. Yeah, and this feels more like traditional Superman. It's kind of like maybe some people at DC must have realized, though, JMS was not written Superman to be act like typical Superman. And we have this black woman in the storyline. I'm sorry, basically, that's this woman here who's black. She becomes a figure in this storyline throughout the second half of it, where she follows Superman around. Yeah, and then of course with Lois and, well, you actually in flying. And then we see appearance by the Superman squad. Yeah, these like 5 people from the future. Yep, and by the way, look at this cover here. Yeah, we're collecting appearance by Wonder Woman. I'll explain her because it's kind of weird. Because she also appeared in the page of just like Generation Lost. So yeah, this is a whole issue focused on the various alternate realities of Superman, which is so awesome. I love it. Even though I'm not really a big Superman fan, but I do enjoy the multi thing. And then we have appearance by Wonder Woman. And it's not the traditional Wonder Woman. It's the Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman Odyssey storyline. I should point out, though, one of 2 books she made a guest appearance in outside of her own book this period of time. The only book she put outside this period of time was just like Generation Lost. Now, JMS knew he was doing, and for some reason, now, according to Linkara, he used the expression where the left hand did not know what the right hand was doing because, well, in just Generation Lost, Maxwell was going to go after Wonder Woman, and then Red Next Tree has no idea who the heck Wonder Woman is. And that's thanks to JMS. He rebooted her, and then she rebooted again like a year after he wrapped up, basically after his run, like, oh yeah, you rebooted once again, like, really? Yeah, really. It's a quick guest appearance by Wonder Woman, and from her perspective, the first time she's met Superman met Wonder Woman, and her next issue, Superman teams with the Flash. Yep, for part 7 of the story arc. They have various separately have the Krypton here, which is really good in here. Like, if you're a Superman fan, you enjoy the second half of the storyline because it just feels really good. They have next part with the guest appearance by Batman. Now, unlike the case of Wonder Woman, Batman basically did change since this is the last time he showed up in the book. But he's here advertising Batman Incorporated. Yep, that's the whole reason why he's here. It's a Batman Incorporated tie-in. Yeah. And it's really good. I'm sure JMS probably did want to do this, that, or the fact he was suggested this by Grant Morrison. Yep. Yeah, and then afterwards, then we have appearance by Livewire. Yes, in part 9 of the story. Yes, Livewire. So after saving everybody, he basically tries to do Livewire the regular way of talking to her. It's like, nope, get left alone. So he comes with the most ingenious idea possible to deal with her. So after trying to fight her for a while, he just like, he goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and let me point out some of the costumes here. Now, left to right, we have his suit from when he returned to life. We have his Kryptonian suit. The suit he's staring at, that's actually the Superman blue suit. This was actually from the Worlds of War storyline. And the thing is, he actually took the suit, reworked it for Livewire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, like, he's got Iron Marco appears in the storyline here. And then she's given this suit to basically control her power because she was out of control. And then she's like, okay, but this S really doesn't work for me. And she changes it to an L, which is so hilarious. Yep, and of course, well, then we have Superman just shaking hands with Morrow. Yep. And then we have stuff with Superman meeting up with Superboy and Supergirl. And of course, well, him kind of trying, looked like he was attempting to give him a secret identity as Super. It looks like he was going back to his Clark Kent stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this definitely feels like really good Superman stuff here. Mm-hmm. And then we have the finale where it deals with like a hostage crisis, deals with the woman who's appearing throughout the story arc. And then after she's dealt with, like, everybody's reunited. Of course, you have Superman, well, meeting up with Steel, Iron Morrow. We have Livewire. It's a good finale for this stuff here. Him winks the camera, and that's it for Superman Grounded. My final thoughts of the Superman Grounded story arc. Well, I get the trade itself a 9.5 out of 10 because it feels like for the second half here, we have a big step up here. And this is my personal theory in the matter, and some people might agree with me. I think taking JMS off the storyline did help it, because at least you don't have him wander around the country walking. Yeah, that storyline, the aspect of that storyline was dropped. Yeah, because here you see him flying. You don't see him walking across America. That was the premise of the storyline first started. And my guess is DC was kind of worried that the series wasn't selling too well during this period of time. So, you're like, come here, JMS. We'll put you on the Superman Earth 1. You do whatever you want there. And those books are actually really good. So, they bring in Chris Robinson to kind of finish up the storyline. And it was a pretty good conclusion there. Yep. Next up, we have something quite interesting. We have Superman, Reign of Doomsday, which was, from what I read, this was the final story arc of Superman pre-Flashpoint. This book collects the entirety of 900. Yes, it collects this entire story. I think I've kind of discussed the story already. Along with 901 to 904. Yes, basically, though, in the case of 900, the first story deal with the collecting here, it's mostly in the Black Ring. It's firstly the first half of that story. The second half is in this trade here, where Superman, along with Superboy, Supergirl, the Eradicator, and Steel, are taken by Doomsday, a Doomsday, and they're brought before the Cyborg Superman. Yes, the Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw. I read online this is sort of a semi-sequel to Death of Superman. And then he unleashes his Reign of Doomsdays. That's what the storyline is called, Reign of Doomsdays. So, then you have the Super family basically fighting him, and then the Eradicator gets killed in the story arc. He gets killed by having his body ripped in half. The Eradicator is a robot. Yeah, he's a robot, gets ripped in half in here. And so, his conscience transfers to the original Doomsday, the one appearing on the cover. So, of course, the family had to work with Doomsday, a control Doomsday, in order to take on these are Doomsdays and Doomsday Slayer. And it's just a really good story arc. It feels like basically like Paul Cornell himself wanted to basically go out soon with a big bang. And something really good because we have the DC relaunch coming right after this. And just a really good story arc. I personally loved it. It was just really good. If you're a fan of Death of Superman, you would love the storyline here. Interesting, though, they keep the same style logo for Superman from the Black Ring. You could say this is like the very next storyline to come right at the Black Ring, which it is. Now, this book does contain the backup feature for Action Comics 900. Okay, Dad. Yeah, which is great. The fact that it is just one focusing on some guy who look at some ball future stuff here, and they have that's called life support. I think it's supposed to be Jarrell looking at his son, and then we have autobiography done by Paul Dini, which great. The fact I had a chance to write a story for this one. Yep, it just basically with Gary Frank and with Legion Superheroes. The incident was done by David S. Square. Just Superman talking to a general. And this kind of in a way was a story that basically had Superman revoke his U.S. citizenship, which a lot of people basically were not very happy with that at the time when the storyline came out. But yeah, storyline itself was really good. I give this book a... I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Just damn good book there. Okay, so that's the particular review. Stay tuned later on for my reviews for, well, my favorite anime manga, okay? Next video. Bye.